Good morning. It's Saturday, September 12th. And today I want to talk about an article I read in Hadassah magazine. The woman who wrote this article is in favor of Donald Trump being reelected. And the title of the article is Why I'm Supporting Donald Trump. He's the most pro-Israel president ever. Now, I've been around a long time. I probably have paid attention to politics for a relatively short time in my life. But I don't know how anybody could make a statement like that he's the most pro-Israel president ever. I think there are many presidents who have been pro-Israel, but they haven't done some of the deeds that she cites as exceptional towards Israel. And certainly, President Obama was not a friend of Israel, even though he did maintain the defense contracts and things like that. But obviously, he did not like Netanyahu, and he didn't get along with him. And he did a terrible thing by abstaining on the referendum sanctioning Israel in the last days that he was in office. So if you compare Donald's performance to Obama's performance, yes, we might say that Donald is more pro-Israel. But the job of the president is not how important he performs in the arena of foreign policy. Foreign policy is one of the tasks that was given to the president, but that's not his primary role in life. His role in life is to take care of the American people, to see to our needs. So just because he's in favor of Israel doesn't make him a worthy president for re-election. And while she cites many things about what he's done for the Jews, one thing that stands out in my mind is his response to the white supremacists at Charlottesville, who were chanting, "The Jews will not replace us. The Jews will not replace us." And his comment about that episode was, they were all very fine people, referring to the supremacists as well as their opposition at that rally. So in my mind, if you favor anti-Semites, you can't be pro-Israel. And I'm not so sure the fact that he's pro-Israel is his own doing. That might just be because it's another thing that Obama was bad at, and Trump, wants to be the opposite of Obama. Meanwhile, he did some terrible things in the foreign policy arena, as far as I'm concerned. He got us out of the climate change organization, the first country in the world to drop out of climate change. That's not a very good thing. And he dropped out of the nuclear deal with Iran, which I was happy about. I was very, very much against that nuclear deal. But I don't think he extracted any penalty. He didn't do anything constructive by dropping out of that conference. He didn't do enough damage to Iran by dropping out of that conference. So I think we gained nothing. It was a political headline. He gained nothing. And if he gained anything, it was the contempt of the other members who were still in that deal, our allies, like Great Britain and France. And then his favorite, Russia, was in the middle of that deal. So I'm wondering why he didn't talk to Putin about dropping out. He should have. And then in the article, the author makes a point of Trump's executive order extending civil rights laws to protect Jewish students from rampant anti-Semitism on the college campuses. Now, executive orders are not laws. It's not a law. It's an executive order, which means it can be rescinded by any next president. So it's meaningless. It's a meaningless gesture because it's not enforceable. And then the author claims, with the extensive activity of the BDS movement going across the world, it's important for Trump to stand up for Israel. Well, never once in his presidency has he stepped forward and said something about BDS. He has never said, don't do it. He's never gone against it. So whatever she thinks about that is meaningless. And then the author claims that American Jews have an obligation to protect our families and frontline Israeli brethren by electing Donald Trump. Well, I haven't seen anything in his presidency that indicates that he's a friend of the Jews, a true friend of the Jews. And I'm a Jew, but I'm an American first. And Donald Trump is bad for this country. And we should not be voting for any president based upon what his foreign policy is. It's the president's primary job is to protect and do what's right for the American people. And as we have learned recently, he has not done that. He did not properly protect us from this awful virus that's going around. Now, he's not the sole perpetrator in that lack of protection, but he is the primary perpetrator. He makes up a story that he didn't tell anything about it when he knew early in the game because we, the American people, would panic. That's bullshit. The president should talk to the people, and if he believes they're going to panic, it's his job to make sure that we don't panic. And I don't think the American people would panic that easily. But I also believe that Donald Trump is incapable of making that speech to calm the nerves of the nation. If it's not a rally, he's not interested. So here we are living in hell because he made the wrong decision. And that decision was a disaster. And just based upon that decision alone, he doesn't deserve to be reelected. And I'm worn out from this, so I will see you in the morning. Have a great day. Bye.